Well, they were there in the first place, and when we were just walking along tracks and stuff, you might spot a little shell sticking out and just nicely detailed and looking nice, and you're just interested, why is it there and stuff, and how it got there. And then you find different types and you start collecting them, see the biggest and best you can find. And then I found a rare one once, and I sent a picture of it to the Queensland Museum, and they liked it, and they said it was not very often seen. So I started finding different rare ones and sending emails to them, and they were good. They kept in contact with me and pushed it on, and just got me started with it.
Okay. Well, let's go right to the very end then, because this is what you want to do for a living, isn't it, once you've finished school?
Yeah. Wouldn't mind being a geologist or a paleontologist, and yeah, it'd be really interesting. It's like what I'm doing now, but a job.
So in other words, travelling and getting paid for doing what you absolutely adore doing. So let's go back again then. These rare pieces, the very unusual pieces, what were they? Well,
there's a sea urchin, and I don't come across many of them, and yabby claws, and yeah, very rare. Like, they haven't seen many of them. They want to describe them and look at the details and what I've found and stuff.
But you understand that you've sometimes got to dig or split rocks to find the fossils. They're not always as they appear for us. We go along to see a fossil display, and there they all are laid out for us and displayed. You've got to uncover them. How do you manage to do that?
Yeah, there's a lot of work in finding them and preparing them. Well, you find a rock and you hit it and see if there's fossils inside, and if you find one, then they might be covered up or dirty and stuff, and you got to clean them out. Sometimes get a little chisel and break them up and make it smaller and clean the dirt off, and then it ends up looking quite nice and ready for display.
What about then taking it further? Do you also extend the research, when you find a fossil, do you extend the research then into what was the animal that you found the remains of?
Yeah, you gotta look in books, and you find different characteristics of them, and you can know what to call them, what they're named, and where they came from, where they might be in other parts of the world, and that's pretty interesting.
What about then, I don't know how many pieces you've got. I couldn't imagine how many pieces you've got. The only thing I do know is this house is not going to blow away in a cyclone because they're just about everywhere. But the excitement of the chase, can you possibly just walk past a rock and leave it alone?
Well, I go a few places and I got to have a sticky beak and see if there's anything good in them. And yeah, you try to find the holy grail, find a big one, a complete one, something that looks like really detailed and complete.
And the family support's been wonderful too, because I believe you, your mum, your dad, you travel. You don't mind going to places that are sort of hotspots for fossils?
Yeah, we love looking at Australia and going everywhere and travelling a lot. That's what we like to do. And yeah, we sort of go where the fossils are. And while we're there, we go to all the tourist spots and look at all the views and, yeah, look for fossils at the same time.
The thing I find amazing as well is, as I said before, that many of us may think, oh, a fossil, there it is, it's waiting for us to be noticed, to see it, it's already split and checked and cleaned. But you go through the entire process, you discover these things, and sometimes you have to uncover them even further. What's that process like? Well,
it's slow, and you got to have a keen eye, and got to have a bit of patience, and you got to know what you're doing. You got to ask questions, use the right tools, and just take your time and take one step at a time.
Because it is a case of, it's like you're using small dental drills. In fact, there's toothbrushes involved as well for cleaning. There's little etching tools that are used. So it's a combination of what you see and also what you feel.
Yeah, you feel different textures. You use different equipment, different like scratching tools and air scribes, and you feel different textures, your different densities of rock, and that's how you know when to stop or when to keep on going, when you've done enough to make it to uncover it.
What do you plan on doing with your collection?
Well, I just like collecting them, putting them on display, making them look good, showing people that are interested. I might donate a few rare ones to museums if they're gonna research them or if they need them write reports and stuff.
And I understand your links with, of all places, Malta. You've got even some pieces in your collection from there, and even wanted to bring some of the pieces of the houses back, I believe.
Yeah, well, Dad's side of the family is Maltese, and we went there for a holiday in grade 7, and yeah, Malta's made of fossils, and all the houses are sandstone, and there's little shells sticking out of them, and when you're over there, it's hard to walk past a house and you see these little shells sticking out, and you just want to stop and dig it out. And
the thing as well, though, I guess from all of this, we talked about collections, and you're going to have some on display. Is that right, at the Jamboree this year?
Yep, the Jamboree is happening in Bundaberg on the Easter holidays, over the Easter weekend, and they have different competitions, and they have like gems and minerals and different cut rocks and stuff, and there's also got fossils. So I'm going to enter a few of my fossils into a competition to see how they go with other collectors, and see if people like them, see how they get judged. And yeah, it's the second Jamboree to come to Bundaberg. Last one was in 1990, and yeah, it's going to be it's a nationwide gem and rock meet. So people from everywhere are going to come, and you can buy rocks there, and gems and rings and you name it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and put me fossils in there.
What about what you're doing now with your school? Do you get a chance to have a break? Do you have a chance to combine your school time with, in fact, your favourite hobby?
Yeah, you got to try to get experience and get involved in things. And through my school, Shalom College, I did work experience at a few museums out west Queensland, and Kronosaurus Corner and Australian Age of Dinosaurs out in Winton and Richmond. They put you up for a week, and you can go and learn different stuff there and prepare fossils, and it's pretty incredible what they're doing out there. Like just what they teach you and what you learn.